Good evening, folks. It is I, VannKraken. It is a Friday night World of Warships Legends stream. See, over on the Twitch side, we have a post already from Wipeout Gaming, which I'm assuming is you have been wiped out. Mr. Cody with some news. Bought the SBD box card that he promised over a year ago. Awesome. Hey, I know you've been doing YouTube, not just in gaming now, but also your model trains, and a few of your videos have blown up, so congrats on that, man. YouTube is a fun experience, but it's also a lot of work, and it's crazy how it actually works, isn't it? Sometimes videos completely outperform what you expect. Others don't do a whole lot. Some don't do a lot for a while and pop up and start doing better way after they've been launched. It's very hard to tell. I've got one of those lately. An older video that is doing well, but hey, it is, again, I, VannKraken, yeah, the mustard man. I think I still have my colorblind settings on. If you're watching on the Legends streams, I do use colorblind settings so I can tell the team icons apart. I can't shoot at red and green. It doesn't work for me. It blends in with the mountains or sometimes the water if it's off-color water, so gotta do what we gotta do as men who have been given a color blindness gene. But anyway, we are doing a Legend stream tonight. We are focusing on Tier 8 grinds. Cody, I don't know what you're doing these days with Legends, if you're playing, if you've just taken a break. I know it was good to take a break for me. And I came back a couple weeks ago, started playing some PC for their winter event, which I honestly feel like their winter event blows doors on the Legends event, which isn't too surprising. I guess there's more you can do on the PC side. But I was completely kicking butt and winning like 70+% of my games over there. Jumped on Legends, played a few on the Legends side, was doing extremely well. Until the last stream I did like 9 days ago. It was not a fun night. I think we were like 1-6. And then the couple times I've logged on since have been difficult team-wise. So we're going to see how it goes tonight. I can make no promises. This could be a completely potato fleet, me included, but it's how this game is. I've kind of wrote down a quote to myself is, don't hate the game, hate yourself for playing the game. That's kind of what I have thought about with regard to all the WG titles at some point. They're all team-based. Unless I was actually just playing a bunch of AI games, which is co-op mode on the PC side, just to literally knock out the holiday gift event where you get a gift for each ship, and then similar to the winter shards here on Legends. So I had about 3 days of bliss just blasting bots, and obviously you're going to win every game. So that was super fun. But going back to playing some PvP now and trying to grind out Tier 8, which I don't know if I actually want to do or not, because I don't think I'm going to enjoy Tier 8. I enjoy the idea of a couple ships I'm trying to grind to, but Tier 8 is probably the new Tier 7 with regard to Legendary Tier beating up on Tier 8. So, anywho. Heck no, you're about done with boats. Train's about to consume my soul. Hey, if it's okay. If your bandwidth is to do one big thing at a time, that is totally cool. And I'm mixing it up. I'm back to playing FIFA, which I had skipped out on, really, since I started doing Legend streaming full-time a couple years back. So that's been fun. My daughters are both soccer players. In fact, they're both off on soccer tournaments this weekend, so I'm home alone doing the streaming thing and watching the dog, being the dog sitter. So I'm actually back to playing FIFA, still playing the PC game New World, which I'm making another YouTube video for this weekend, which will hopefully be up in a few days. And playing the WG titles on the PC as well as the console. So actually have not only been playing PC ships, but been playing some PC tanks again, because their winter event is just super fun. I had some absolutely horrific games, especially on new maps. Tanks is so map specific. If you're not up on the maps, you don't know where to put certain weights of tank. It can be extremely painful. So I learned the hard way a couple places not to go in tanks on the new maps on PC. But I had some killer games too, where I got 4 or 5 kills, carried the team, and had a ton of fun in those games. So anywho, They did give me 6 months of premium on the PC side for ships, so that was pretty cool in a free super container, free Santa container. So that kind of got me a little bit hooked back there again. But I didn't buy premium time yet for Legends. Didn't spend any money on crates or anything. I did buy some gold for the next time premium goes on sale because I missed premium time, I think. But other than that, we're just going to kick it, rotate games, enjoy doing some other things. And Cody, I've been taking a break from soccer coaching too, just to kind of get some personal time back and clear my head and not be so stressed all the time about trying to keep a ton of balls in the air, which has been hard. So anyway, hey, thanks for stopping in, my friend. Always good to see you and hear from you. And hope things are going well with where you're living and all that stuff too. That life has settled down a little bit since the last time I talked to you with regard to having to move multiple times and all that fun stuff. All right. I look better than the last time. Well, that's good. I think I'm a little more rested. I've been trying to get a little more sleep, which is the other bad side of trying to like coach soccer as a second job, do a full-time job, and then trying to do heavy-duty content creation. I was just probably sleeping 5 to 6 hours a night, which is not enough for someone at my age, just to be honest with you. So kind of learned that the hard way. Definitely makes me crankier, more tired, and just not feeling that great, getting headaches and that sort of thing. If I do too much of that burning the midnight oil, and I love to stay up, I'll stay up late all the time, but you'll find that the older you get, the tougher it gets to bounce back from that, unfortunately. All right, I'm just going to narrow down on my filter, make my port a little more streamlined here, because we are just going to flip-flop back and forth between Hipper and Richelieu. So those are going to be our two main gets tonight. If we die in both those ships immediately, which could happen, or our teams tank really quickly, we may throw in a third. I did unlock Shelly Beepley with my Winter Shards. I've been lusting after Shelly for a long time, so glad to bring her into my port. And she's on my stealth U.S. cruisers, my radar cruisers for U.S., so may throw in a U.S. cruiser game, potentially here or there, but most likely we're going to try to stick with these two ships and see how much we can get ground out. Let's go up to tier 7. Cody, I'll catch up in 1 second. Just trying to look at something really quick. All right, there's Hipper. You'll be 25 forever. Had your first day of substitute teaching today, and you feel you found your calling in life. That's awesome. Teaching is such an underrated thing and such an under-rewarded thing in our society. 100%. So are you doing multiple subjects, or is there a certain subject that you are, I guess you get credentialed, right, to fill in for certain things? Wait, let me know. Let me know what you're doing on that perspective. I'm gonna bump this sound up a little bit. All right, let's go. Let's launch in here. Let's see how bad this can be. Did try to play one warm-up game just to fix some settings on my stream, and man, it was bad. 3 DD game per side. My destroyers all died in the first 5 minutes. Battleships all went to one side of the map. I got left with the CV on one cap. So obviously we didn't hold that cap. Subbing for high school, which pays the best currently. Cool. All right, so you... I'm guessing, well, you probably have one subject then, or I don't know how that works. If it's, I'm assuming high school, they're going to different periods, right? Well, that's cool. Watch School of Rock. A lot of good substitute teacher tips in that movie, right? Shaq Black's pretty funny. All right, we're on Greece, it looks like. Advice here is typically to go to the side of the map that you spawn nearest to. I'm going to go to the A cap and support the 3 fellows over on that side. Hopefully the 2 ships next to me, at least one of the 2 of those ships will go to the C cap, or tuck in maybe between B and C. multi-subject, but in the same classroom. Cool. Well, that's great, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is the first time in my life I've done the same job so long with regard to the business my wife and I are doing. So since the COVID stuff, I've been doing a lot more work from home. I kind of work half day from home and then go into the office for the afternoon. So that's been kind of nice too, just mixing up, you know, my routine and trying to do something a little different, because in my old life when I worked in a big company, I never did the same job for more than about 18 months. 2 years I think was the max, and then I'd get rotated to a new position. So it's been definitely a different thing doing the same job for a long time. Hey, we're launching our plane just to help spot, since nothing is visible, and I don't know if we spotted it. Possibly our plane did. And ironically, the first boat to show up is in North Carolina, which is Cody and I's probably one of our favorite ships. Both of us. Did a video on YouTube on North Carolina a ways back. Hazard of talking and playing is running broadside to multiple battleships. We'll get into the groove here as we go along. One person had the audacity to comment that North Carolina is the worst battleship in the game. And I beg to differ. I think it's just someone who doesn't quite have the feel for how the ship operates. She does not have great side armor, but she has awesome guns. Good mobility. And actually decent accuracy, as long as you're not just basically sniping from a long, long ways away, which people tend to do in the US battleships. Person gonna die for saying such heresy? Absolutely. Love the North Carolina. This North Carolina is just getting its butt kicked. We're just gonna try to set it back on fire, but for all I know, that's the same guy who hates it. He's sitting broadside to our team, which is not advised. I could be doing decent damage actually with AP on his broadside. Yeah, that's exactly how not to play North Carolina. Just sit stock still, showing full broadside to enemy battleships. Okay, I'm just kind of floating between these two caps. This is not the greatest HE in the world on German ships of any kind, honestly. It's going to be low. But at this distance, we're going to protect our health a little bit since we took a wall up there at the beginning. Just try to light some fires. I don't want to get ahead of myself and try to charge in. Even though Hipper's a pretty durable ship, doesn't hold up against multiple battleships with a supporting cruiser in the background and or this DD that's smoked up over here. We did see him scoot through a while back. Can we pick on the Surrey? Show my side a little bit. Got one enemy aiming for us. I always use armed and ready. Or a skill that basically shows you how many ships are aiming at you when I'm running a cruiser. Hurt your eyes watching. No kidding. The other guy's not much better. He's over here. He's running full broadside too. So I need a Yamato. Okay, that DD's a Friesland, so he doesn't have torps. He just has, whoa, we're not locked in on the Bismarck, so that shot's gonna go completely wonk. Gotta have that target reticle lit up. See, we overshot. How are we holding at sea? We've lost a few battleships. Let's aim for the DD. If you've taken a break from this game, it's a little difficult to get your gunnery skills back. Probably shooting behind the Friesland. I've got one shell on him. Let's pick on this North Carolina. I'm trying to focus fire on the lowest health ship, but I want to dissuade him from coming in and supporting if I can. Guys, you don't need to push that close necessarily. Yeah, we'll come around and shoot on the Friesland. Wait to set this fire out for a sec. Come on, Bobby. I don't know what maneuver the Friesland was trying to accomplish there.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
He doesn't have torpedoes. That's a second hurt your eyes maneuver. Okay. These guys look like they're going to make a push now. We have a DD. Hopefully he's going to torp that inlet. I could just head in, go straight bow in on these guys, and go on torp runs myself. But I'm kind of getting ignored right now because they're keen in on this battleship. It's like the Bismarck is backing off. So let's start to focus on the North Carolina. We're going to switch to armor-piercing rounds now. He's giving us broadside. DD, you don't need to be where you're going to be seen and die. You are Japanese destroyer. Why he's in detection distance of the North Carolina, who the hell knows? And all of a sudden our team is down multiple ships. So not only is the threat of the torpedoes gone, we're down another ship. So that DD would basically keep these guys from pushing. You just contain them just by the threat of him being around. Now they have nothing to fear and can just charge in. Alright, let's go ahead and mix. We're a little far out to use torps on the North Carolina. Maybe try to set a fire. We had this game well in hand if people had just not tried to push our battleships and if our DD had stayed outside of spotting range. Just makes no sense whatsoever. That's what a lot of the DDs have been doing lately, is inexplicable things. We're not going to get any fire, so we'll try switching back to AP again. This guy's probably just going to go for a ram. Good lord. It's the World of Warships Legends crap show. Ramming is like a last resort kind of thing, honestly. One good broadside on the North Carolina and he could have killed them in a Massachusetts. Let's see if we can start some fires. We're gonna have to be very careful. We don't have very high health. Yeah, we lost cap control and we lost the DD too, right? Oh, we do have cap control at least, yeah. I'm gonna slow down and turn away. Just maybe throw off some aim. Try to. Ouch. Close. Just that little juke made the back battleship miss.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
We did set a fire on the Bismarck, so let's try to keep that up. At this distance, our AP is not going to be super effective against battleships. workable, but not the best. Kind of baiting him with my side and then turning away. Dude, lost another ship. Little painful. They've got a pretty much a full health Suzuya on the backside. Great. Ugh. Don't hate the game. Hate yourself for playing the game. When our cruisers, 2 cruisers in front of those guys died, basically they could go back to my broadside. I was trying to draw fire away from them. Alright. Let's just see. Oh, really quick. Yeah. This hurts when your only DD is your bottom scoring ship. If you have good DD in a 1 DD game, it can make a huge difference. Neither of the destroyers in that game were especially helpful. Let's roll back with Hipper and see what we can do. See if we can get a better result. Well, yeah, Cody, we had cap control, so our two cruisers on the other side off the bow, those guys could have just stopped firing, gone dark, got undetected. We had cap points accruing to our benefit, and just maybe try to find a position where they were hidden because I was spotting for them. Hey, Don Mato. Try with Turpits. Hey, right now I'm actually just trying to grind and get wins on the Hipper and the Richelieu tonight for just some tier 7 grinds getting to tier 8. Might branch out if I can get my wins on these guys. But for now, we're just going to play a couple games on these. I tend to main cruisers at this point. I will play quite a bit of battleships. I do less destroyers on stream just because it's hard with how I stream, which is kind of talking through what I'm doing to sometimes multitask effectively. But welcome in. Hope you're having a great night and have something fun going on this weekend. Thanks for coming by.
Action stations.
Oh, it's Islands of Ice. In episode mode.
Teammate, I need your support.
I kind of like to sweep across the cap circles in arcs. Going inside here could be a little bit dangerous given there's 2 DDs if I get spotted and I'm broadside to the battleships that just got spotted. So I think I'm going to go behind this island for right now, or tuck here. We're going to try to come around the other side in the middle. This is a little difficult spot to operate unless you're in a static cruiser that's going to be sitting still and just using cover. The German cruisers, I tend to motor around quite a bit. Oh, DD. Just back guns got in. Now's my worry. If I went around the inside and got spotted by a DD and was broadside trying to get past this big island back to the middle, that I could have been wiped out. Sometimes you gotta do a little work to fix your initial positioning. Just hope our team has a little bit of patience this game. Patience is a virtue in World of Warships in general, more so than a lot of people have. RDD is already firing away in the center. He's a French DD. He should be moving, not sitting still, using his speed, but he's busted his engine. He's still firing. He should not be firing, so he gets undetected and can get away. But hey, it's kind of par for the course right now. lot of ships sitting still. Put some pressure on the Weimar. Let's get him to back off. Still can't connect. Oh, we did. Okay. Did get our upgrades on this boat, so we have our longer main battery range. Oh, boys, hit the Zara.
All stations requesting fire.
Zara's sitting still. Lots of that going on. Okay, he's out. Okay, keep an eye on the Fletcher. Of course, there's CVs. So we're gonna have extra spotting. Yay. Fletcher is going to probably make a torpedo run on our battleship here. Battleship, you're in dangerous territory. Does he even know he's there? I don't think I can hit the Fletcher. I'm just trying to keep him from coming out. I'm probably going to get whacked by the Kansas. Just trying to back him off. That battleship of ours is really deep in. Extremely deep in. This Kansas is not paying a ton of attention. Maybe I'll stop firing at him. Can I get into torp range? So damn slow. Kind of a risky move. Kansas can really put the hurt on us big time. He's slow. Let's see if he's changed course. Looks like he may have. He's not going to get our torps. Basically just visually check his guns. We're down 2 destroyers. All the destroyers are dead already, guys. Why? Why? I almost feel like the player base is struggling compared to when I last played. Okay, 1 torpedo hit and a flood. He's gonna have to fix that flood, so we want to fire now. Again, this is where we wish we had USAP or HE better at starting fires. Ouch. We don't want to be super angled. More chance of getting citadeled. Okay.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Gonna work on the Florida. This ship is in trouble. Colorado is almost dead. Just gonna go for fire on the Florida. Problem is, yeah, the Colorado's dead, so we lost our spot. Remember, we do have our plane. But down a ship. You see our ships that were so far in the middle are dead. This went a little quick. Turn to get all my guns on, then as soon as I fire, I'm going to turn hard away. Initiate my turn before I fire. Ouch, got an Iowa too.
Critical engine damage.
So where you have to manage your broadside to multiple ships at once, which is challenging. Down another ship. Can't see the Florida because he hasn't fired. Just going to make a hard turn towards the Iowa. Hopefully he won't expect us to turn into him.
Critical engine damage.
Normally, guys, I'd try to go dark right now. But at this point, we're not going to win this game, so I'm just going to play for damage now. It's fruitless to over-strategize this.
Problem solved, sir.
Florida, everyone's got the colored tracers now from like their Santa captain or something. But I'm feeling he's shooting HE at us. Throw my fighter up just to contend with these bombers.
Fighter airborne.
We have pretty good AA defenses in Hipper. We know when the Florida's going bow out that he's turning to get his guns on us. We know he's preparing to fire. So we're going to go skinny and just show him our butt. Oops. Try not to hit an iceberg, which is a risk on islands of ice. Do we dare joust the Scharnhorst? We have more torpedoes than him. Oh, we have the Weimar too. Let's see if we can bait the Scharn into following us.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir.
Get around the corner of the Weimar, might not have firing angles on us. Bunch of HE shooting buggers.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Even the battleships are all shooting HE. We're gonna go AP, we're dead in the water. Try to get a salvo in on the Weimar before we die. Got hit by the battleship.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Okay. Same thing as the last few nights, you guys. We're managing to put together a pretty good game. But again, we had DDs all the way in the center, firing their guns right at the beginning. French DD that's reliant on speed. He wasn't moving when he was doing that. We have battleships go super deep all the way into the middle circle within the first couple minutes, which is pretty much death in epicenter when there's not any large number of dead ships on the enemy team. You can get away with that in a BB later in the match when it's maybe 6v6. You can push into the center zone, but you don't want to do that right in the middle of the game when you're going to get into a crossfire from the enemies that are on different parts of the circle from their cap areas, all firing on you in the middle in a crossfire. Not such a great idea. All right, well, this is just going to be them chasing down the CV. So let's actually bug out. Let's try a game in Richelieu. See if that goes any better. Don Mato, this is the thing. Sometimes you can't even get the win in the couple ships you want to try to grind, right? So Richelieu, a little different from the Hipper, the state of the Hipper. Hipper, we have both of our upgrades. Richelieu, it's a much bigger slog to get to your 3 upgrade slots. We don't have any upgrade slots yet. So makes this definitely more challenging. So we are definitely not going to charge into any situations. Try not to get in over our head immediately. Manage our health pool, because we're going to get major improvements to maneuverability, to speed, to gunnery as we get our upgrades locked in on this ship as well. All right, land of fire. Composition wise, we are high tier, but only a couple tier 6s on each side. DDs, they have Akatsuki and Akazuki and a black. We have Z39, Shenyang, and a Fletcher. So they have one gunboat DD in the Akazuki. We have kind of 3 more stealth capable DDs if they're smart. I think we have a little bit of advantage on the DD side. But really, it just all depends
Action stations.
on our players, right? So let's just set this for half speed. So Richelieu having the forward mounted turrets, we're really going to focus on trying to stay bow into, especially our battleship targets. So if we get in too far, too fast, we'll wind up with his ships on, you know, either side with good firing angles. We won't be able to back out or turn out easily. So we don't want to get in a crossfire situation too quickly. I swear with a little more main battery range, it's not bad actually. We're going to be able to reach out a little further, get these guys right off the top. Again, we're still closing at half speed. Vanguard, you don't need to go in so quick, so fast, dude. I'm not going to holler him in chat commands, but he's already down a third. He's going up against 2 battleships. Oh, that's Hanso from a few games ago. So we know he plays his Bismarck quite a lot. Dude.
Get back!
You don't want to just power in. Yeah, he's got his special Bismarck skin too. We will shoot AP at this distance on the enemy battleships. We'll just try to get up on the superstructure with our aiming. He is stock still. I don't see any smoke coming out of his smokestack, so. And now the Vanguard has put himself in a position to get abused by the destroyers. Our Fletcher's not really putting any pressure on these guys. So he's just sitting in his smoke. So it's not helping a whole lot. Or at least coming around this side where he can spot where those torpedoes are coming from. I mean, the only reason they're not pushing is because he's there, but so it's not like he's not doing anything. But it's not as effective as it could be. See, we're getting good damage on the Bismarck by hitting the superstructure. Awesome. We got one. We traded a DD for a battleship. I'd rather have our DD alive, honestly. I'm gonna call fire on the Bismarck.
Enemy warship.
A little worried about where the DD is behind us. Bad feeling. Yeah. Monarch's turning out of here, and I think we should too. Not getting any help. We do have the cap, so we can defend it while we kite.
Engine boost activated.
Thanks. That was painful. I'm worried about where their DD is.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, he's back. Still way off on the flank. Massachusetts, we can do damage to his superstructure as well with AP. Our Fletcher bailed this cap. Are you kidding me?
Torpedoes to port.
Teammate, I need your support.
Our victory is in sight.
Gonna try to put on the map where that destroyer is. We know there's a Florida back here too. Again, all aiming at the superstructure right now. I don't know why our DD bailed. Yeah, the DD is behind us now.
Torpedoes to port.
I don't send nasty grams, but you want to send nasty grams.
Torpedoes to port.
Teammate, I need your support. Teammate, I need your support.
What the hell is he doing? Alright, well,
Our victory is in sight.
if we try to turn out of here, we're going to get walloped by the Massachusetts. So we can maybe time a turn. Wait till he fires. Otherwise, it's just going in and trying to basically suicide. Okay. They both fired. Let's see if we can time this. Need my speed boost. That's coming back here soon. Gonna try to go for this spot.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Man. Yeah, this sucks. This totally sucks.
Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
So the Fletcher just bails and lets that destroyer basically come behind both of us while we're totally holding that cap position with 2 of us versus 3 of their battleships. So, ugh. That's enough to make you want to quit the game for the night. Yeah, I won't nasty gram him, but I don't know what the Fletcher was thinking. He actually didn't do anything. Well, sitting in here and smoking up actually kept them from pushing on us initially and allowed us to kill the Bismarck. But then completely bailing the scene was just ridiculous. So we're going to get a win in spite of that, thanks to the folks at the other cap and the fact that our Vanguard and myself did hold that corner long enough for them to push through. Could have been a much better game for us. I mean, if there's 3 DDs in a game, ultimately we want to have 1 DD at each of our cap points, right? Because it's not just the spotting they provide, it's the pressure. It's basically the danger that there's a DD there will keep their battleships from pushing. As long as that DD does not get spotted and get eliminated, and the more they can remain unspotted, the better off it is with regard to just the danger of not pushing into that destroyer. So their destroyer actually did a very good job. He never got spotted. He just was patient, didn't fire his guns, waited for his torpedoes to reload, and stayed out of spotting distance. Oh my, that was interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see how that last game worked out on Hipper. We're up top 2. Yeah. Okay. Onward and upward. At least we're going to get a win off that last game, right? Take what we can get. Back to Hipper, and then we might, I don't know. We'll get at least another game in on Richelieu. To show what you can do, even if a battleship is bow into you. If it's a German battleship, their superstructure can take a decent amount of damage. And if it's an American ship like a Massachusetts that has thin superstructure armor, or a French battleship with thin superstructure armor, you don't have to just resort to firing HE rounds. It can be effective, but maybe set the ship on fire, then switch to AP. Remember, a lot more fire damage can be healed back than armored piercing damage. Especially Citadel damage. Citadel damage is the hardest to heal back. Ah, goodness. All right. We're top tier again. 2 DDs per side. We have Kagero and Yudachi, so if they play stealth and they play smart, that's good pressure we'll have on 2 caps. Preferably they go to A and C. The middle is usually the last area to get pushed on this map, unless someone wants to die in a crossfire pretty quickly.
Battle starts.
And obviously we've seen tonight, some people do want to die quickly. Only 2 cruisers per side, so we know we're going to have to be pretty choosy with how far we push forward and where we get spotted. Okay, our Bismarck is taking the long way around. Probably gonna have to do that as well. I don't know why. Our Helena's bailing. Hey, 40 ounce, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, we're trying to get back into streaming Legends a little bit again. Maybe some videos at some point, but more so just doing streaming and not being a slave to a schedule. So taking it a little bit easier. I was grinding a little too hard last time in multiple facets of life. So. Plus, I had played Warships for 6 straight years on PC and Legends, and that had been my main game for so long. I think I just got myself a little bit tired. How have you been? Hopefully everything is going well for you. Have you been playing ships for the last year or so, or playing some other games as well? Take the long way around. We do have a DD coming into A for us, which means we're going to get some help with spotting. I just didn't want to take the full-on spotting role and get dug into A early on. 3 of the battleships are going to C from their team, so that leaves probably 2-ish or so.
Enemy force detected.
This side. Okay, there's one. Cheeky Vanguard playing like a cruiser. Oh, we have AP loaded. get our back turret. But hopefully the island will block his shot. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. My perspective has changed a little bit. I'm making some videos for a PC game that I'm playing called New World. So just mixing it up and having some variety has been really awesome too. Playing some FIFA again. So it's just definitely variety. It's harder to get a consistent audience when you're doing content creation, when you're doing different things, obviously, but I think for your sanity, it helps out. Oh, don't die, DD. Oh, no. Nagato, gonna hurt. He overpenned us, thankfully. He was spotting us, so if we hold here, I'm gonna decelerate. Oh, Vanguard got a cheeky shot in on us. I thought we were out of detection, but he still had us sighted. Still grinding, take little mini breaks from time to time. Yeah, I mean, the game is still fun, for sure. But, like, the first couple games I've had tonight have been a little bit painful. I've had some painful team experiences of late. Actually had more luck playing on the PC side, but, you know, there's just so much of a more mature player base over there with regard to how many years people have been playing. So, if you play in the upper tiers, if you don't play well, you get some hate chat pretty quickly. Okay, see the DD. We're going to back up. Try to get shots on the DD now. Lost the spot. I think that'll make him back off a little bit. Udachi, you don't get spotted, dude. He has... I'm gonna have to keep backing up to try to get a shot if I can. Just finished up Far Cry 6. Always been a fan of Ubisoft games, especially the Far Cry series. I have not played that. They do the Valhalla games, right? I do have that, and I just on PC, and I've never actually started playing it. But I feel like I should. You definitely don't want to be sitting broadside to this Nagato. He only has 8 guns, but they're stout. We might be able to abuse him with a little bit of AP. Good damage. Hold. He may not be able to spot us through this gap. We might be able to shoot, at least with our back guns. Okay, so we're remaining undetected. Another DD. I'm going to see if we can surprise this Nagato. He probably is not going to live long enough. Or he's going to get hit by these torpedoes right here. Yep, alright. Let's push and help on the ZF6.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to switch to high explosive. You don't need to push in battleship. Probably could have come around the corner a little bit quicker, but I just wanted to help out on those 2 battleships. Assassin's Creed, that's true. That's it. I guess that was part of that series, right? Which is a little bit of a departure. Got that free with one of my processors or something, so I need to try a couple new titles too. A single player title would be fun. Most of what I've been playing is with people, which can get old. FIFA, I've been playing more against the computer. You get into the PvP in FIFA, that gets pretty damn salty fast too. Didn't hold the other flank. Had good luck in the hipper until the last couple days. It's gonna be tough. We're down 2 ships. 2 DDs to 1. I don't know where the CF6 went. It's not spotted. Now we're spotted. Throw my plane up. Feeling he's in this gap right here. Do you have hydro? Might be using that soon. Oh crap. I didn't think I was. No! Thought I was clear of island. It's the one thing I'm lazy about on Legends is the camera. PC gives you a much higher overall view. Just while we're turning, gonna use my hydro. Damn. Where are you, ZF6? This is a bummer because we have cap control. But our Sharn's gonna push. That targeting and then disappearing leads me to believe that was the DD locking onto us with his torpedoes and firing. So I have a feeling he's off to my left. This is going to be a difficult proposition. Shoot. Back to AP. We'll go for the Amalfi first. Not going to give him full broadside.
The ship is on fire.
Italians are fast. It's going to be a bit rough. Try to get the Amalfi when he's turning in, get all of his guns on us. We got more battleships firing HE. It's probably the Belfast. Kagro blinked out.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yeah, then he was off to our left side, which we kind of expected. That's the ZF6. Based on his last known position, we expect him to be in that area north of where he was last spotted. I'm assuming that's his updated spot right here. One of the DDs is in A. That's the Kagero. Last 4 weeks have been like this. When I first came back, it was great. I was on a roll. On both PC and console, I couldn't die. My teams were just amazing. But man, that is not the case the last like 4 or 5 days. It's been painful. Actually, ever since the last stream that I did, which was like 9 days ago, it got uglier and uglier. Fortunately, we're spotted.
Ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Let's go for the DD. I like to get a DD kill or damage if we can. It counts for more. Kagro is going to be shooting torpedoes from this direction pretty soon.
Miners returning to ship.
There's too many angles to mine here. Done a pretty good job staying alive as long as we have.
Our team
Come on,
depends
get
upon
broadside
you.
AP salvo on the Belfast, maybe. Got a Citadel on him. Yikes! That's 3 not fun games in this boat. We've scored well, but it's been a struggle. There's the Helena in last place who bailed our side and tried to drive all the way over to the other side. That was the first problem. Hate to be someone analyzing a lot of complaining things right now, but it's been a bit rough tonight. Aridachi did well. Kagero died pretty early. Got spotted in the smoke. We are racking up a little bit of XP, so let's see how far we have to go. I don't use my global XP to boost. So we've got quite a ways to go to the Rune. The Rune is one ship I'm excited about. The Alsace is another. There's not a lot of other tier 8s that I'd say I absolutely love that I've played on PC that I want to get to. So these are the 2 that I'm going to stick with. I'm trying to grind out this 1 win. Try to stay positive and just enjoy the game for what it is. Seeing other streamers deal with the same things helps too. Some games are just unwinnable from the start. Yeah, it's been maddening like how fast my destroyers have been dying in multiple games. And then just, you know, battleships are a fine line between tanking and being conservative to where you live long enough to heal back your damage and push into a weakened enemy and dispatch them. There's a lot of battleship players that are just obviously that I'm going to stick it in high and go straight forward and try to kill someone before I die. And if I kill someone and get a kill, that's good enough. And, you know, we're in the middle of a campaign. People are probably sweat grinding some of the last days of this campaign to get to their ship.
Battle starts.
So that incentivizes bad behavior when people just need a ship kill or need some extra damage. I admit I do some things that I wouldn't normally do. Like sometimes if it's a, you know, destroy modules type of battle outcome that you need, I might be shooting more HE occasionally even in a battleship than I probably should be. So that's been a long beef with just World of Warships in general is do the missions incentivize bad behavior. Now we're getting some weird smearing on our screen again. We might have to reboot. This only seems to happen in Legends for some reason. It doesn't happen immediately. There's new streaming software that I'm using from my Xbox, and this is completely my error. Got in too close, got broadside. Just need to turn out of this. And it causes these fun color streaks on the screen, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back to using my old console companion or what. So bizarre. It doesn't do it with PC. Got enough global for Elbing? Yeah, I'm not a huge DD person, so I don't know if I'll be spending it on a DD. Though I know it's supposed to be a pretty cool ship. Big guns. Large caliber guns, right? We took it in the shorts with the AP there, so we unfortunately can't heal back a ton of this damage. Sorry about the stream quality, guys. Where the old technology was better than the new technology. Keep these shots up on the superstructure on the Zeiton. I think it's going to be decent damage for us. He's going to turn away. Strasbourg, he's the one who's responsible for most of my pain. Let's see if we can set him on fire. Let's throw a plane up.
Fighter airborne.
Settle for the Heinrich. Let's double up on the Zeiton.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
We're way out on the edge, further out than we normally get. Seems to play like a cruiser. Enjoy cruiser play a lot too, so it intrigues me. Yeah, I guess with the guns, right? They're 150mm guns. It's kind of like a more highly powered ZF6. I'm assuming it's German. I don't know if it's German or Dutch. Okay, we got a Suzuya here. So again, this battleship is going, it's a Leon. He's not tanky. He's way off on his own. Did some torps just in case that guy turned back my direction. Hey, the streaky stuff kind of healed up a little bit. Not streamed enough times to figure out what exactly that is. It's like an impressionist painting. Okay, let's load AP. Love to get a broadside on this Suzuya as he comes across the gap. Hopefully he keeps shooting and remains spotted. Come on. Get some citadels. Come on. Get him, get him, get him, get him. There we go. Three dead ships to 3. It's not as bad as it's been. Oh, but we don't like this guy. We have smoke. It's going to protect us a little bit. Roma has engine smoke now, right? Gave all the Italian battleships the engine smoke. Take that, Strasbourg. Take a fire. Okay, he put it out. He's excited for us. Just need one more fire. Come on. Do some covering torps just in case the Strasbourg advances. Oh, there's the Heinrich. Still have HE loaded. It's kind of guaranteed damage on that Heinrich. Of course, we cannot start a fire. Oh, he's already on fire. Switch to AP. Sneaky shot on the Heinrich.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Of course they have. Why wouldn't they take the lead? Okay, kill the Strasbourg. I'm gonna go in on the Heinrich. He's behind. Skip broadside on the Heinrich, on the Strasbourg, sorry.
Fighter returning to ship.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Dude, our Roma did a really good job of bow tanking in that situation. Need to get C back. Okay, we know. Oh, okay. Heinrich is dead too. Can be a frustrating ship in regards to team play though. Got a DD doing cruiser things. Fun for the player, but hopefully DD or DDs pick up the slack. Yeah, that's any of the gunboat DDs that are the high volume shooting or non-torp or, you know, high detection like Paolo Emilio. You're absolutely right that you kind of lose a cap control DD, so your kind of stealthier, true DD role players have to be taking that into account. Hopefully not doing dumb things and dying too early, preferably. Oh, this German HE is not great at fire setting, is it? Trying to get the sneaky angle here on the Colorado. Okay, broadside Siegfried, our AP could be good. Just gotta be wary of his. So I'm gonna kite away. I've got planes. Oh, hello, carrier.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, jeez. These guys... Okay, so eventually they're going to be aiming at me. Can I get out of range of this Italian? Yeah, shoot behind me. Great idea. Siggy's dead. Okay, now we turn our attention to the carrier. Fighter. Not going to get huge Citadel value hits. It's got to go for volume. Torpedoed a little sooner. Gotta watch the battleship over there. repair on. It's all about me with this planes. Alright, we're gonna go to HE. We're doing a lot of overpens here. Was worried about that battleship. Now we can turn back in. Probably gonna lose detection here though. Yep. Come on. Can't let him out of this. We're down to just a few minutes here. Problem is that Lexington has decent armor. There's a fire. Go back to AP. Hope the battleship does not take us out. Awesome. All right. Go hard on this BB. Just we do have the lead now. Just stay bow in. You know he's going to turn to try to get his full battery on us. Kind of reverse kite here. Stay bow in, but wiggle. Just don't want to die. One minute. Check my angle. Have one heal left. Alright, well, if he's going to smoke up, he's basically declaring defeat. Let's go ahead and run our repair. Oh shit, we had a teammate die. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Who died? Thought all we had to do was live. I hit him once. Oh man. That came right down to the end. Hey, 5 Gems, how's it going? The game has not been treating me well at all. It's not the ship. It's the game. Yeah. I'll just leave it as that. Try to stay positive. How have you been? Have you had a good week? We're like, what, 0-3 on Hipper tonight? We've won probably one game in Richelieu. Getting top 2 finishes, but someone died there at the end. Oh my god, this Leon was tragic. I don't know who died right at the end. Yeah, let's see how bad it is. Because I'm a masochist. 4 losses in Hipper, 1 win in Richelieu. Ugh. Yeah, I thought we were going to come back and win that. God. I thought we were ahead. Weren't we ahead with 1 minute to go? I just needed to stay alive. I don't know. Again, if we had a teammate who was so close to death, they just need to stop shooting. Pretty good so far, picking up your CPU and monitor. So it's going to be a weekend of PC building. Cool. Wait for the Windows drive and key to come with it. Is that your, like your NVMe drive is going to be your boot drive? I can't complain too bad. It was a pretty good week. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I've got kind of a weekend where my wife and kids are in Seattle for soccer tournaments, and we didn't have enough time to get a dog sitter and all that, so I am dog sitting for the weekend. And playing games and I have my chore list around the house, basically. All right, well, basically it's going to be let's play till we win with the Hipper, and then we might be at the end of the stream. Oh my gosh. This is just sucky. Lots of DDs dying early. Battleships pushing. The same stuff we were talking about with 40 ounce. Just same things happening. At least multiple teammates, 2 or 3 who are very impatient at the beginning, and then you're trying to claw your way back. Which I did do in a game the other night with the Shelley Beepley new captain setup. I was in Atlanta, and we got down by like 4 ships on estuary, and it was me and what was the other? One more cruiser on my team. I think it was a Japanese cruiser. And we pulled it back and won at the very end. It was awesome. Between the 2 of us, burned down multiple battleships. And then I had to take out a new Belfast 1943 at the end. Did not know that he had torps. So thankfully I took kind of a wide angle and headed bow in where he was hiding and killed him at the very end. He missed me with his torps. So that was fun. So I've been on the other end of a few comebacks of late, but it doesn't seem like enough. All right, so we're gonna go to the side we spawn closest to, which is probably gonna be A. But let's watch the battleships behind me. Oh, they're both gonna go to A. They're both sliding A, so screw it. I'm not going that direction. I'm going C. I don't know what it is lately. People thinking you need 6 ships at 1 cap. A lot of that happening. And a lot of slow American battleships deciding that they have to go to the cap on the other side of the map.
All forces provide cover for that target.
It's a lot of poor initial positioning. So drive with the OS installed for the PC, Windows 10 Pro that you managed to snag for a good price. I had to actually, for the first time on a computer that took a crap, reinstall Windows, re-image my drive, all that, my boot drive and stuff. So that was kind of cool. I'd never done that before. Then I added an additional SSD to my current computer and upgraded the graphics card. So that was cool. Business-wise, things are trucking along. We've actually been doing okay, given the fun of the pandemic and all that. Things have calmed down somewhat, thankfully. So thank you for asking. It's been going okay. Never a dull moment in retail, though. Between big box stores and Mr. Bezos, all that fun stuff. Mines. I like to smack him around. Seems like the team is focused on him. That's a good play.
Fire on the designated target.
Just gonna get back turret, maybe through. So yeah, going okay. Just saying earlier, I've been doing the same job for so long now. Basically, some of the same things I've been doing for 18 years. And my old jobs, I was always rotated in a new position constantly. And it was all finance-related stuff, but it all had a little different flavor to it. So it's been interesting. How did that miss him? I don't know how that missed. Hipper on hipper violence. So there's no DDs in this game, so we should be pushing these guys, right? Seems like no reason not to push these guys. Thank God 5 battleships went to A. Or 6. Imagine a game with no destroyers. I was talking the other night about playing PC, and lower tier games are a mess of DDs and submarines. It's like you play battleships, it might be... How did I not get a hit there? It might be like 3 DDs and 2 submarines per side. A couple cruisers and a couple battleships. So life as a battleship is really interesting when you're just dodging DD and submarine torps the whole game, and God forbid you have a carrier too. So especially it seems in the mid to lower tiers, it's mid tiers, it's making battleship life really difficult. Got the cap, so it doesn't matter if we get hit.
The ship is on fire.
I'm gonna push.
Problem solved, sir.
We're all pushing. If we keep pushing, we can come around the back and get these guys in a crossfire. Maybe that's what I should do, is let them take care of the hipper. I'm gonna throw a plane up. See if I can get crossfire on these battleships.
Fighter airborne.
Hey, 40 ounce, good to seeing you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, definitely appreciate it and hope to see you again in the future, my friend. Hope everything's been going well for you and your family. Okay, you battleships, get on him so I can get in here and help out our battleship crew at A. Man, he's just working on me. Oh, shoot. Who is that? Okay, there's someone else sitting in the back. That seemed like came from that direction. Yikes. Okay, we have half our hit point pool, so we're gonna have to be smart how we spend the rest. Hold on, 5 jumps. I'll get to your post in a second. Gonna hold fire. Maybe I'll curve out this way.
Fighter returning to ship.
Just don't hit this island or my neighbor. These guys are kind of in a kill box here. What's the cruiser in there, Mogami? Let's get the cruiser out if we can. So I'm gonna stay HE just because we're at a distance. Their hipper is still out there somewhere. He had pretty good aim. Guess he just ran out of detection range. Gotta get this Mogami out. Gotta be careful and watch out for that hipper. God Missed again. My aim is not great. Admittedly. Atlanta, come on, buddy. Buddy, you see me? I'm fat. I can't. I'm super fat compared to you. This is just a tight spot. A little dangerous to be firing in here. Can I get through, battleship? Just gonna get my butt out of your way. Too much side showing these guys. I had to slow down because of the battleship. No! Dang it. Just trying to lose my detection. At least get this last heal, but I got a ton of AP damage, so I can't heal very much. That was stupid painful. Make sure he's selected. Come on. Yeah, that Heinrich, that really messed me up. Leona's probably aiming at me. No?
Enemy battleship detected. Enemy cruisers.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
The Mogami is still alive. Oh, I do have one heal left. And get a little more back. There's the Hipper. He's almost full health and he's in the back.
Fire on the designated target.
All those battleships we had on A, they're all dead.
Enemy battleship sighted.
There goes our Atlanta. Oh, God. Hey! We gotta go.
Battleship destroyed.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to turn to goofy sound effects just to have fun here. Oh, goodness. We had 5 or 6 battleships. We had at least 5 battleships at A. So I thought they might be able to hold A until we came there into the middle and were able to kind of apply some pressure across the middle. But not the case, I guess. Not the case. Whew. All right. Let's go back to Richelieu for one more game. We'll do one more Richelieu game and one more... Maybe if we're masochistic, we'll do one more Hipper game. And call it a night, you guys. It's 2, like 1 in 6 nights in a row. And whenever you have a really, really good streak where you're winning every game, you know that you're going to run up against something like this where it's just going to be the odds flipping the other way. God, we had them all grouped in the middle there. They just hit their shots, I guess. So, credit to them. Alright, pretty much tier 7s. 1 tier 6 per side. 2 DDs. They have a Fletcher and a Life on Tusk. Good old trap. Oh, sorry, 5 jumps. You said, yeah, that's part of the reason why you're grinding global XP for the Friesland. Supposedly it was built as a sub hunter, so it should be a good insurance. Should WG add the tumor that is submarines? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Your depth charges work 2 different ways. Either shoot them off the side of the ship, or have a plane that you can direct to drop at a distance. That's most battleships, and then some cruisers also operate that way, but most of the DDs you have to use the traditional way, like go over the path of the battle or the submarine and drop your depth charges behind you. The one submarine I was able to kill that way, I actually rammed and we both died. So you have to be sure that you don't run into them, which I think is kind of goofy. I mean, I don't know how that would have worked in an actual battle. I don't know if like if a destroyer would break apart if it ran into a submarine, or if it kind of worked like a cutter and just go through it. I don't want to give side to these guys too much. Now we have to shift gears. Push up any more, the Amagi's gonna have broadside on us, so I definitely want to be cognizant of that.
Enemy battleship detected.
There's a lot of ships in our area. Tago. It's gonna give me broadside. Anybody?
Enemy cruiser sighted.
See if we can get lucky and catch that Atago sleeping. Just missed him. Yeah, I'm careful. Just being careful not to push too far forward so ships in B don't just broadside position on me.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Atago's like stopped. Is he going backwards? Interesting cruiser play. I never play a cruiser sitting still like that, personally. So it's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, so we gotta watch that crossfire. Oh my god, Atago. He's playing it like a battleship. A reversing battleship. Let's try to call for focus fire.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Guys, just be patient. Don't rush. Get a fire, eh? Switching to AP. Hopefully catch us a Magi broadside. Oh, shite. This is not looking good. Well, Brandenburg is almost done, so maybe we can push forward. Okay, that's good.
Engine
Works.
boost deactivated.
Shots on this Plymouth.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
So we do have that DD in front of us. If that DD dies, we're going to be in deep doo-doo. So right now he's keeping these guys from pushing.
Teammate, I need your support.
Ugh. Champart pushes, got issues. Is he pushing? Yes, he's pushing. Oh my.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
We're just gonna get slaughtered if we try to turn. Can we get a shot?
Problem solved, sir.
Nope. Damn it.
The ship is on fire.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Turn, baby. I missed us with his torps, but we're gonna die anyway. Shoot. I don't have damage control fast enough. Ah, dang.
The enemy is
Can't believe we made it through that turn. Ah. This has been a very painful evening. Breaking apart. We had a lot of pressure. If I pushed earlier, I was gonna get broadside fire from the middle. It's tough. They pushed well as a team. Let's jump back to Hipper and try one more, guys. And that's gonna be it for the evening. Glutton for punishment. Yeah, I don't know. That one was tough. I feel like if I pushed up sooner, they were going to crossfire me from the middle. I don't know what happened to the other cap, but we didn't get... It seemed like they probably had less resistance there than we had on our side, between the number of ships stacked on our side of the middle and our cap. So either the other side didn't push and get any pressure on those guys, or something. I'm pretty new to Richelieu, so... I'm getting decent results. That was not one of them, but tonight is just not going well. Hey, we pulled off a win in Hipper somewhere. Thought we had that win that we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Oh my god. How did we win that game? Thought we were way behind. Wow, our Ochakov did something amazing. He won 1v2, 1v4. Almost got a... I'm blanking on the name of that medal. Well, dude got us a win. Amazingly. Guys, my memory is going. Solo Warrior. More progress in Hipper and Daily made in a week and a half with Gorky. I haven't tried that. This is the first, well, not the first tier 7 I've kind of ground to getting all the modules done, but some are slow going, especially before you get the modules unlocked, right? And Hipper, I get pretty good XP scores. I do decent damage. I get ship kills generally. But it's been a bit of a slog on win-loss for sure. All right, let's play one more on this baby, see if we can come out with an earlier win. That's awesome, Ochakov. Thank you, Ochakov driver. At least we got one win in each ship. So yeah, I feel like we are making some progress, even if it is difficult. It's difficult to watch, difficult to play for me. Ugh. Definitely am not back in the groove of just having confidence of knowing exactly when to push too, currently. Though that Islands of Ice game, I feel like we made the push at the right time. I was just surprised how many ships we lost at the far cap in short order. All those battleships went down. All right, do we have a BB with us? Who do we have? Oh, there's an Elbing for ya. And then to your point, what is it matched up against? Shiriatsu. So, yeah, more of a mini cruiser matched up against a classic cap control DD. So to your point, we're at a little bit of a disadvantage there, right? Plymouth, what are you, a fat? I'm not that familiar with Plymouth. Looks like a very fat Belfast, a little longer. Every British cruiser teammate I get on this map, they go straight into the cap over here. This guy's spotting for us, which is great, but I hope he doesn't go straight in there and die. Ooh, he's got a friend. Oh crap, got a Weimar. Great. We'll be on fire here in 2 seconds. Gets around the corner. Sucker. Gotta hate those things.
The ship is on fire.
And I own one.
Problem solved, sir.
Dude, don't push. How do I push into this? There's 2 battleships plus a Weimar plus a DD. Be smart, Massachusetts. Plus, we're breaking all of our shells. Okay, so Plymouth has smoke and can post up like a fat Belfast. I got it. Zumos usually catch on fire pretty easily. At least the PC version. Your smoke, my friend. Brandenburg is coming slow. Ooh, we spotted by must be a DD and B. push out of here and help support the mass. See, he got himself into a bow tanking situation against a Weimar. See if I can at least get pushed up where I can get the Weimar back. Possibly even this Brandenburg. Dude, just hold on. Stop firing, maybe. That's it. Just stop firing, dude. Stop firing! Reposition.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Tempted to go up there and just torpedo the Weimar, but I'll get slapped. Zuma will slap me.
All stations, concentrate fire on the
Plymouth,
target.
how about the Brandenburg, buddy? Got the memo, I think.
Fighter airborne.
Here he comes.
Our team is taking the lead.
Got the fire. Now we'll go AP. Come on. Okay, who's spotting us? Come on, Massachusetts, whap him. Whap that Weimar. I don't know if there's a DD there, or if those are all the Weimar torps.
Critical engine damage. Ship is on fire.
Eat some torps, Weimar. Hell yes.
Solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Oh my gosh, there's the Izumo.
Intelligence data.
Oh no! I don't think I can make this turn. Shit. Damn it. Set me on fire.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Ah! We're gonna get a win. That was scary. Oh, I just couldn't get a tight enough turning radius to not get broadside to that Izumo. He's shooting HE, I think. Well, we did a good job of holding that side. The Plymouth and I, with the mass. The mass got, you know, smart enough to start backing up soon enough. He has just a sliver of health, but he was kind of the stopper in the bottle. I can't believe the Weimar went into my torps. 5Gen said, from your experience between the armor and flat trajectory shells, Hipper can make a nasty kiting cruiser without sacrificing much versatility or brawling potential. It just needs a rudder inspiration like AL Baltimore to make it reliable. Yeah, I find her versatile and fun and definitely tanky. It's just, I don't want to go into these situations where I'm going to get broadside to a battleship too early. Our other side pushed through like without losing a ship, it looks like. I'm the only dead ship. It is the turning radius thing. She's a little fat. And I don't know what I was getting chewed up by, either secondaries or something. But that was kind of epic. That was fun to torpedo the Weimar. With the flat gun trajectory, it was a little hard to shoot over this island. I think the Plymouth probably had a better go at that than I did. They must have their DD. Oh, that is Ismo still. He's playing cat and mouse with them. To see how this turns out. He must not have hydro. Or a plane. Or a radar. Oh, there he is. Let's watch from Ismo's perspective, see if he's gonna... Yeah, single fire torpedoes. Ismo's guns are pretty good, actually. Weak broadside armor, but... He's gonna juke those torpedoes, though. Get into cover, Plymouth. Get into cover. Oh, he just made it. That was a good play by the Ismo to bait him with the broadside and then not get torped. But this is the problem with Ismo, is that lots of fires. You have that big wood deck and lots of surface area. I used to joke that it's the floating hibachi. Their DDs over here. Finish up with 2 out of 3 wins. We'll take it. Look at this flotilla. This is impressive. We're still the only dead ship. We ruined the perfect shutout. Getting control. Oh, there he is. Wish you could chat when you're dead. In World of Tanks on PC, they used to have lots of people who were dead who would critique you or basically troll you for the rest of the game from your own team, even when they were dead. Alright, we finished middle of the pack, but we'll take it. Our Elbing had a good game, so there you go. Their Shuriatsu didn't get a kill. Oh, that was a strenuous evening. Made it through the smeary screen. That got fixed. Hey, the Tartesos. Yeah, thank you, man. That was a little sweaty. And we died, but I felt like we did our part holding the line there. Butting up against that island with the Plymouth. Sometimes in a cruiser, the better part of Valor is to just stay stuck in and be a threat. We did get the kill with our torpedoes, so that's kind of what mattered in that situation. At extended things at least, helped keep the Massachusetts alive, and we held that flank long enough for the other flank to win and then come in for the crossfire, so that was awesome. Hey Hitman, how are you? Good to see you. I am just finishing up. It's been an interesting evening. We've had basically just a grind fest on tier 7 ships, trying to get to tier 8. Not a successful evening at all as far as win-losses go, but we actually were in the top 2 in multiple games with Hipper, which I'm more of a cruiser main, so I like playing Hipper a lot. And I'm trying to get to Rune. Rune, I think, is well, from my experience on PC, it's a very good tier 9. I'm hoping it's a good tier 8. Though tier 8's going to be challenging going up against legendary tier, which basically has tier 10 ships smushed into it. So yeah, we got 3 victories versus 5 defeats. Better than the last stream where we were 1-6, but we did contribute in each game. It just has been tough with teammates being very impatient of late. Yeah, cruiser positioning is really the thing. It's kind of riding that line where you're stuck in enough to be a threat and to keep your guns firing, but knowing when to either break detection by stopping firing or trying to find cover. With a German cruiser, that's an odd situation where I wind up behind an island a lot of the time. Usually I'll play Hipper a lot more open water, maneuvering and doing kiting, which is basically using your change of speed and trajectory to throw off enemy fire, oftentimes going away from the enemy, sometimes kiting towards them, just giving them a skinny target to hit. So if you have fun with cruisers, don't give up. It takes a lot of games. It took me, I've got like probably 12,000 games total on PC, and I've got, I don't know how many on here now. Legends, 4,000. So I have a lot of games, and I started as a Battleship player, and took me a lot of games to get used to playing cruisers and feeling comfortable with them. And I still don't play a ton of DD games, but I do like the mobility of cruisers. That is the fun part. It's not getting stuck in one spot and ganged up on when your team folds like it is in a Battleship. Hey, Hitman, just drinking your coffee. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'll be hitting the sack pretty soon here, but thank you for checking in. Hope you have a great day, Hitman, and a good stream if you have one later. Yeah, the Tartesos, just be patient. Don't give up on yourself. If you get dev struck, sometimes it's going to happen. It's just basically repetition, and each cruiser class is different. Each nation's cruisers play differently. So that Plymouth, who is near me, island cover or staying stationary and smoke is the play for that type of boat. And I have Belfast, which I really, really love for that type of play. But in the German cruisers, usually more mobile. That was an odd situation, but it was also a very small, not very tall island. So you can't shoot over most islands in a German cruiser, but that's one you can get away with it. So yeah, you'll find internet videos. I've got a few on cruisers on my YouTube channel at VannKraken Gaming. There's cruiser videos from the PC side, which will still help you for Legends. So study up on some different videos, watch some different play styles, and then it's just practice, practice, practice. Cruisers are tough. Up to tier 6 in the American line and tier 5 German. Yeah, those are good ones to start with. I do have a video on kiting. I have a video on using island cover. I've got a couple boat-specific ones, one for Baltimore, just a tankier cruiser. You're kind of in a weird spot in the American line where they're still super fragile at tier 5, but output a lot of shells and can be potent from a fire perspective, especially setting fires with HE. So if you're at Pensacola is slow-turning turrets, really weak side armor. You don't want to show side to people. You can stay out in open water with her, but you've got to learn to kite and keep moving and not go in a straight line at a constant speed. But super good guns. It's just, again, slow turrets. You're going to have to use your hull to turn your ship a lot, or hull to turn your turrets sometimes. New Orleans gets a little more durable, and then Baltimore, if you're bow in, is much, much tankier. The way they split the line, the light cruisers, Dallas, Helena, and Cleveland, all those can post up behind terrain because they have very high arcing guns and put out a lot of shells. They're just harder to hit at distance. So that's a practice thing. Atlanta and Boise would be the other two premiums that have that play style where you can play behind terrain. And like the abusing terrain video I have for cruisers is an Atlanta example. Yeah, and then if you're the other line that I started with too, Germany. I freaking love the Nuremberg. She's delicate but puts out a ton of fire. Turny enough, and those turrets turn 360 degrees in the back between Königsberg and York, I believe. Or at least these two guys. You can use terrain or you can stay open water. You just have to stay on the move, be a difficult target to hit. York can be challenging. She does have longer range guns, so play at a distance. Hipper, which you just saw, is tankier. So I didn't get to show you going in and dueling like with battleships and torping them, but you got to see us torp a Weimar, which was fun. So I would recommend Hipper and Rune, both strong cruisers. York is an acquired playstyle, will take a little bit of practice. So you're in two really good lines. The other line that, well, two lines that I like the most cruiser-wise are the Brits, but you've got to get used to living without HE. Once you get into certain boats, the heavy cruiser line has HE, the light cruiser line does not. And then I really like the French cruisers too, especially Algerie, Charles Martel are two of my favorites. Saint Louis, not as much. These two I really like. Italians, I just haven't played as much. USSR has good cruisers too. They're more open water, long range fire, high output, lots of HE fire potential, and pretty good AP. So play around with it. Again, it's just cruiser life is high risk, high reward, super fun when you turn the tide of the battle as a cruiser player, and you can do it. It's a practice thing. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Hitman, if you're still around, have a great night. Same thing for you, 5 Gems. Great luck with building your computer. Check in. I want to hear how that goes when you get that up and running. And the Tartesas, thank you so much for coming by and for chatting in the stream. Really appreciate it. Have a great night, you guys. I don't know when I'll be back on. It's more of a jumping in when I feel like it versus sticking to a schedule, but very much appreciate you coming by and checking out the stream. It's VannKraken, and I am out.